Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric, and every once in a while I will review a weird game, especially scary weird. And this one caught my interest because of the premise of it. It's mysterious in its nature, and the way that the description of this video game caught my attention. So this is called Connection Haunted. Now, it's supposed to be a creepy game, but it deceives you. It's almost like a weird simulation type of game. It's not a multiplayer game. They make specific note that it's not a multiplayer game. It looks like a first-person action shooter at first glance, but looks are not all what they seem. The initial premise of it caught my attention. It's a psychological horror game, and it's somewhat like of a game that takes place within a game, if it makes any sense. It's kind of hard to describe, but the premise and what I read about it made my curiosity peak on it. Now, looking at the game itself, it has a real old school first person shooter type of vibe, and initially when you open up the game, it looks like something you would have played back in the 90s. So you join a server for the game, and apparently you're by yourself initially. And this is all made by one person, by the way, which is pretty creative when it comes to this. So it's a story-driven psychological horror game, and it's supposed to play like a nostalgic first-person shooter. So you get, you know, this little vibe. You're in a dark little tunnel initially, and you play as player one inside of a server, and you're empty. It's almost like a creepypasta, because initially the server is empty. You're completely by yourself, and then mysteriously a player two joins and starts talking to you and playing with you and mentions like a curse, and from there the game becomes pretty creepy. So it starts off like something else, and it goes meta. It's like if you're playing a creepypasta game, and I'm careful showing what I am. I'm only showing majority of the first level, because I don't want to spoil too much with the way of how this game gets, because I haven't played anything like this. It literally is like a creepypasta. So if we're gonna read a description about this, and I want you guys to read just so you guys can get it. So it says that it is a surreal, story-driven, psychological horror stylized for a nostalgic first-person shooter. The player takes on the role of the online game participant, realizing the server's empty and there's no one to compete with. Suddenly, the abandoned multiplayer turns out to be filled with creepy mysteries. The game offers a rich selection of maps, weapons, and game modes that ensures replayability and a diverse set of challenges. There's no real multiplayer. However, you'll never play alone. So, like, listening to that the whole ambience, you'll never play alone, is true. Because initially you'll start thinking you see shadows and things popping up out of the corner of your eye as you play, and then this mysterious player comes in, and it has that classic FPS gameplay that feels, in this setting, absolutely creepy. like just the way that you can't see ahead of you, like it's kind of like shadows and you can only see so far ahead. It has an interesting level design. You can get lost. There is a little bit of a map, but you still get easily lost, and the graphics themselves have like an early PS1 era type of look to them, and when you combine that together, it just has that ominous, eerie sense, and I think that's what attracted my attention the most. It really does feel like you're being watched when playing this game, and it does it just subtle enough to where it's like not over the top. It doesn't feel ultra gory. There's no real serious violence in here. It's just ominous and subtle enough to where it just makes you feel relatively uneasy. Now, this definitely caught me out of guard. I didn't really see much about this game going into about it or anything like that. But the way that it features this different concept of a game, mixing it with a first person shooter type of game, it just really piqued my interest. And I don't want to give away too much, because I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed how this game was laid out. I thought it was something different. I personally like when indie games think outside the box, when indie developers, especially alone, commending this guy, this one-man team, for making something that is different, has a unique premise, but also has homage to old school games. It's pretty impressive. It's currently in the eShop for $4.99, so it's pretty cheap in regards to that. And I'm all about supporting independent creators. One man made this game, so I think it's definitely worth a look, honestly. If you like creepy psychological games, you won't be disappointed in this. There's a lot of stuff that this game has that absolutely was enjoyable and creeped me out. So I think you guys will not be disappointed should you check it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Short and sweet, to the point. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments down below. Is this something that you're interested in, or is it something you're gonna pass? Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.